All right, we live, bro.
Let's go. Let's go. We gotta let's for old time's sake, we gotta give one of those introductions, man. Come on now.
Welcome. No, what was it again? Oh yeah. What up, guys?
What up, people?
Back with another video.
Man.
Yeah, there you go. You're gonna throw your back off. I'm telling you right now.
No. I'm getting better actually. I'm not gonna, I've been working out. I've been, lifting weights, walking, two 2 to 10 minutes daily.
Oh yeah.
No, but I'm good. I'm good. My back is fixed, man. I lube it up to the max every day. You know how I do.
Now, for people that don't know, Eric, you want
Mm.
to tell them where you are?
Well, uh, I'm in Tennessee, so
The reason I'm asking is because a lot of people don't know why uh we kind of like pause on the channel because you know not everybody follows us on Instagram. For everybody that didn't know, the reason we kind of like stop the channel was because you had to move.
well, I mean, a lot of things happen, right? Work, moving, different offers in different cities. So we had to kind of part ways physically, right? So Mark and I, we've been filming for, man, how long we been filming for? More than 6 years. We
No,
we
man.
huh?
I think we started the channel. I don't remember when. What was it?
Right.
2016. We started the channel, the Two Bros Fitness channel.
All you guys got to do is look for just search on Google or on YouTube or on Twitter, MSN, UPN, whichever one you
We started the channel in I think it was 2016. We started the fitness
the
channel.
fitness channel, man. That
Eh,
was good.
yeah, we started that. Man, this is man, I was like 215 at that time.
Wow.
I was 215. And for
Right.
for people that are guessing,
Was
no, we've never
250 or
yeah, I was 215 wet. No, I was too wet, lubed. The other day I saw I looked it up, bro. We were massive, bro, especially me. I was massive. But
right.
I was more into like it was a lot of mass.
Well, I could tell you've been leaning up, like I've known you all my life, right? All your life. So I've seen you always been like, very muscular, like mass, size and stuff like that. But for the first time I see you more getting like leaned up. You're turning a lot of that mass into lean muscles, which is way better, man. You feel more comfortable. You're not, you could fit in any kind of clothing. When you're
Yeah.
huge, clothing you can't fit in, and it just all around it's healthier. It's way better for you. So you could fit in a nice suit now. You know what I'm saying? So for
Yeah.
me, it's always been that. Like I've always been the type to, you and I, we were. I don't want to call it bodybuilders, but we've been working out our whole life,
No,
and every
no, you could say bodybuilders, but natural bodybuilders.
right, not natural, correct. For me, it was always about being lean. Like you guys that have been following us for a long time, it was all about being lean, feeling healthy, feeling good in my skin, just feeling confident. And that was always our advice to our people is to let them know to work out to feel good in your skin, not necessarily for people to see, but for you to see. And
That's the thing about working out. Well, first of all, me and you, we started very early. You started before me,
right,
the gym, and then I started when I was like I think 15.
right.
We've always kept it natural as we can. Obviously, we've done some creatine with protein.
That's you find that in food.
Yeah, yeah. Creatine is nothing. So me, I've always been on the big side, on the mass side. So what I did, man, about 6 months ago, I started doing, for people that don't know, I started doing intermittent fasting. And I did it for a little bit too long. This is something that you get to the weight you want, and then you stop. You will do it for a month or two max. But some people, it's a lifestyle. Some people do it for a long time. But for
Right.
me, I find that, yeah, I lost like 30 pounds, dude. All of it, most of it was fat. But I could
Right.
tell you, yeah, I look a lot better now. I'm shredded like a Julian salad.
You probably
But
have stamina as well because you're not as big as you used to be. So now getting from point A to point B, walking or running is a little bit easier for you.
Man, I
You,
couldn't wipe my ass at 2:15, man. Remember, I had to be like, Eric, yo,
yeah, I had to wipe your ass sometimes.
yeah, yeah.
Even in your old age, like 33, 34, I was wiping your ass. Remember when we didn't have 50,
Water?
I had to use my
Eric, man, come on. We're live. I mean, we're filming, man.
it's a must for me. It's like therapeutic, right? So for me, I go to the gym every morning, and if I miss the morning, I go in the afternoon, and if I miss, I go at night. But I try to go 7 days a week now, and I've been very consistent since the year started. 7 days a week, so I've been going every single day. Um, of course, when I went on vacation, a few different places, New York, Florida, whatever, I didn't really work out because I was on vacation. But one thing I'll tell you that working out does for me, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people that don't work out don't understand. People always think that, oh, if you work out, it's like when you work out, it's just to look good. And it's not true at all. It's mainly to feel good. To feel good. Feeling good and looking good is two different things, right? So there's people that are 300 pounds overweight and they feel good in their skin. But the question is that healthy, right?
Right.
For me, I like to be healthy. I like to feel good in my skin. Um, and I think it helps build self-confidence. So one of the things that people don't understand, it doesn't matter how people judge us. Forget about how people judge you, but you judge yourself based on how you feel in your skin. You never
Of
sit
course.
down and say, Mark, man, you are so smart. You never say that, but you'll be like, Mark, oh man, I gotta lose this little love handle here. I gotta lose a little belly here. You know, like it's just it's just that positive energy. That when you wake up in the morning, you see yourself in the mirror. You look great. You leave your house, everything just comes to you because of that smile, that energy. And the contrary is also true, right? If you're not feeling good in your skin, you leave your house with a frown, your boss doesn't want to be around you, your friends, your family, like it's one of those things,
I mean,
right?
bro, one thing is what's the first thing these days? Well, these days, especially, what's the first thing when you go see a doctor, they tell you, or you're working out?
Right.
Yeah,
That's
because a lot of people don't like to work out. Most people are like they look at working out as like shit, man. This is tough to
right.
wake up and to go to the gym. I've been working 9 hours all day and now to go to the gym. It's a tough thing, but it has to be a lifestyle. And it's not only physically, it's mentally. Like, you know, it's good for depression, for anxiety,
Right.
for
All of it.
obviously, man, physically is great for your heart, for circulation, for blood circulation, for
Right.
cholesterol, diabetes. You know,
Right.
I would say, bro, the gym is something we'll probably do till we're like about to be
That
like, all right, take me
move no-
away. God, I think
if
this
I
is it.
move, if I can't move no more, then that will be the time that I stop. But I'll take it to the grave. That's my at least my hopes, like just to take it until the end because I just feel good this way. Now, not to say that if you don't work out, it's not a good, it's not that it's not a good thing, but it's recommended. I think that's the key word. It's recommended that you work out,
No, but
you know?
even if you don't go to the gym, man, if you're not a gym person and you want to go, because I know a lot of people don't like the gym. A lot of
Right,
people, I know women that they tell me, oh, I don't like going to the gym. I don't like people looking at me. I don't like,
right,
go to an all girls gym. If that's
right.
not good, if it's not a guy thing, then run, go for a walk. You got to keep moving. The thing
And-
is, there's this neurologist I watch a lot. His name is Andrew Huberman.
right,
This guy's amazing. And one thing he says a couple of things you need in your life, which is sunlight. He explains hydration and all that, but you must move. You can't
right,
sit on a couch all day. First of all, most of us, what do? We're sitting in front of a computer, and people work in front of a computer these days and stuff like that, unless you're a construction worker or whatever. But most of us are not moving enough. So if you have a job that you're not moving enough, you need to move. You need to walk. You need to run. You need to do something to get the
right.
blood flowing. You know what I mean?
That's important. These days, you don't even need to go to a gym. You could
Yeah.
literally work from home. Since COVID happened, more people have been working out from home, and they've been working out with personal trainers through the computer, right? People have training, personal training
Yeah.
you know, in classes and things like that virtually, you know. So I guess at the end of the day, we recommend, obviously, Mark and I, we've been doing this for a long time, and you guys have followed our fitness channel, like Mark said,
Yeah.
that we stopped filming there for a long time. And then we obviously had our we have this channel, which is we've always promoted fitness, right? You could go back to our first videos all of until today. It's always been gym, gym, gym. Like, aside from our reactions, we've always kind of inserted the gym there to help motivate you guys and push yourselves to get better, feel better, and be the best version, you know, of yourself. That's what
Yeah,
it
of
is. That's
course, man.
what it's about.
Like I said, I'm shredded like a damn, Swiss cheese
I mean, you look great, bro. You look great.
grinder.
Yeah, right.
When you're grinding cheese on this,
Great, great.
you doing this shit.
No, no, no. Me, as long as I look good, looked up to the max,
Right.
you know, like looked up, you know.
Right, right, right.
We gotta tell people, man, to tell the Two Bros family is that Mark and I were excited to be back. This
Oh
for us
yeah.
is a new project, right? And all you guys were invited in this project. We're literally going to be doing podcasts. It's gonna be fun. It's our flavor.
Oh
It's
man.
about energy, positivity. There's not gonna be any negativity on this chat. And obviously, you guys were invited to just share your time with us, right? Share this time
Yeah.
together, family. Every time that we come on, we don't know exactly when during the week that it's gonna be posted, but we're gonna come with a schedule of, okay, if it's every Wednesday, then it's every Wednesday. Unless we have something planned and something going on in our individual families and things, then we'll let you guys know. Now, Mark, do we have an email set up, or just to kind
Yeah.
of get people's, like, what they want us to talk about, some suggestions and
Yeah.
questions?
So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna create an email where people can contact us on the email, and I'll put it in eventually in the description, or next time when we do a session, we'll
Right.
I'll
If
go
you
ahead
got,
and let them know.
if you girls want to send some naked, some
Eric, man.
it.
Anyway, so like I was saying, what was the last thing we spoke about, bro? We spoke about this Will Smith situation, man.
Yeah, yeah, we were talking about that the other day.
Shit, man. So you watched the Netflix special, the Chris Rock, obviously. We watched it
Right.
the day it came out.
The same exact day.
Yeah.
Because Chris called me. He was like, "Hey man, look, I my special came out. Um, I wanted, you know, just to make sure you approve of it first before I put it out." So he had it filmed, right? He filmed it over about, I think he filmed about 3 to 4 hours of it, and he wanted me to watch it, tell him what I thought, and tell him what
Yeah.
parts he took out,
What
and
to
then we.
remove and stuff like that.
I did some editing for him. I like, you know, but I did see the whole thing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I watched the special when it came out, right?
Right.
We are massive fans of Chris Rock. Like, for
I'll
example,
say I'll say both. I mean,
Will Will Smith, Eric, come
we
on,
grew up
man.
under these guys, man.
Yeah, he was on the third floor. We lived on the second floor. But anyway, so they always ask me, like, for example, who are your top comedians? I always go to, in no specific order, right?
I
But it's always been the same guys. It's Dylan, 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 and Dylan, because Dylan spits hot fire. But anyways, the real, it's always been in, it's
I
always
want to
been
know.
the,
I want to wait. I want to know, out of our 360,000 people subscribed, if they can name
where
the
that's
ref
from.
where you got that from.
Oh,
I
I'm
don't know.
sure, I'm sure some will know.
I'm gonna we're gonna read. I'm gonna read specifically.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So it's in no specific order because I love them equally. It's
Right.
always been Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Martin Lawrence. For this is me, George Carlin.
Right.
Have been my guys. I don't think
Right.
I'm missing anybody. But I've seen every stand-up since the 90s. And Chris Rock, I've loved Chris Rock forever, man. He's always been my top guy.
Really good. Really
And
good.
I'm gonna tell you, this was not my favorite stand-up. Obviously, remember I told you this. Was it great? Yeah, of course. Chris is always great, but I still prefer Tambourine over this one. obviously you cannot compare because you got to stop compare. You can't compare two different stand-ups because it's two different types of material. You cannot compare, but
Mm.
I'm judging on my laughter. I'm gonna
You,
say
mm,
I preferred his old material. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, bro, I'm gonna say that this material, you could tell that he was coming from the heart, especially
right,
the Will Smith bit.
right,
You could
right,
tell the guy was talking out of like, you could
right,
tell, man, he almost cried at the end, didn't he?
right. He did. Yeah, almost did. I got a little bit like teary eyed or something like that. But I'll tell you one thing I could tell you is comedians in general, they talk about what's going on at the very moment. A lot of time, not necessarily, some of them just talk about like whatever, right? Jokes and stuff like that. But most of them, including Chris Rock, somebody like Kevin Hart, people like that, Martin Lawrence, they talk about the current lifestyle that they're living, what's going on in that moment, right?
Yeah,
He's been walking in the shadow of this situation for the past year. He literally took a year before he came out with the special that he just put out. But what is he gonna talk about other than that? I mean, yeah, he talked about a few things, but the main subject I mean to say is what just happened. People want to know what happened. People
yeah,
want to know. Nobody had heard from him. So I think he did it the right way. He did it. He waited the right time. He took his time to kind of like unwind and kind of like deal with the different emotions, and then he
yeah.
put it on, and then he put it on his stand-up. So I think he did the right thing. I liked it. I looked at it for what it was. I wasn't expecting the tambourine or the other stand-ups that he had done. I was expecting to hear Will Smith. I think everybody that tuned in were just waiting for that Will Smith bit.
Yeah, and it's kind of like I like the way he put it, bro. I like what he said exactly, but you could feel, man, when he goes, Will Smith was my hero, something like that. And the way he said it, bro, you could tell he's crushed. You know, it's like when you love somebody so much, like it's like, man, let's say as much as we like pick a celebrity, like for example, let's say I'm a big fan of Tom Cruise, and then I
Right,
end up meeting Tom Cruise and
right,
then Tom Cruise is rude as hell or told me go F off, that crushes you. And that's why they always tell you don't idolize celebrities because at the end of the day, they're still humans. You know what I mean?
right, right.
But he's talking about how that guy was he was such a big fan of Will Smith growing up, and then Will Smith was the guy to slap him. But did you see what happened, bro? Will Smith got upset at the whole stand up. Can you believe that?
So before I go there, one thing I wanted to point out, the name of his show. Do you remember what it was of the stand-up?
Wasn't it selective outrage? Outrage?
There you go. Selective
Yeah.
out. But
Where?
you think
Yeah.
about that, it's not just with the situation with Smith, it's all around us where people select what to get mad
Absolutely.
about, what not to get mad about, from whom. You may say something and that other person says the exact same thing, and the person would react to you and not to this person. So the
Yeah.
selective outrage. So yeah, that I think that was major, like with the name. As far as that Will Smith situation you mentioned, I mean, he's pissed because of the stand-up, right? Because of what he said about him and his wife. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, comedy is comedy.
Right.
Comedy is comedy is an art form, and one thing that comedians do is they speak what they feel. They speak the truth, their truth at least, right? And in a world where we want to believe that we have that freedom of speech, then you could say whatever you want.
Right.
You could say whatever you want. Now, of course, you can't make threats. You can't, put somebody's life in danger. But to say how you felt about somebody and what they did to you, I think that's very important. We cannot lose our freedom of speech. I think
Of
it's
course.
very
Here it says Will Smith thanks Chris Rock's distasteful comedy special was below the belt. He's
apparently he's
embarrassed.
suing him.
Is
Yeah.
he suing him?
Mhm.
Is
He's
he?
suing. Yeah, that's what I saw in the news. It was something about him suing him because of that stand up, like because of
Really?
you
Man,
know.
how are you gonna be embarrassed? This guy's saying he's embarrassed. You forgot what you did to this guy a year ago, bro. I mean,
Right.
Jesus, man, the nerves. And again, massive fans of Will Smith here, man. But we talked about how we love Chris Rock, but we didn't talk about
Yeah.
how we love Will Smith. Like, you
That was
know,
a low blow, man. We grew up under Will Smith, and he did so many different things. The movies, the Bad Boy
oh
movies,
my God, bro.
the
Yeah, yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Everything Will Smith was always great, right? We always loved his movies, and he was somebody that nobody had anything bad to say about him.
Nobody. He was like the example of how somebody should be from
Right,
Hollywood, because you know Hollywood doesn't have that many Will Smiths.
right, right.
You know,
He's
always.
he's did amazing work, got paid for it. The guy is worth what 500 mil,
Shit.
and so of course when you read through the lines and you listen to the people's reflection of the situation, it wasn't a reaction that he had. He that came from within himself. It was obviously years and years of build up with the wife, with the situation, the cheating, the entanglement or whatever the
Jeez,
situation
man.
was. It's a whole mess. It's a whole
Yeah.
mess. I start if on the surface is a mess, but if you start digging in, it's nasty. It's too many crazy things that happen that he was carrying on himself that he put against Chris Rock. And it wasn't he was laughing. He laughed about the joke. The joke that he made
Yeah,
about
about Jada. That he laughed and he looked at her. It was
right.
kind of like it was kind of like I don't know. He looked at her and she looked at him and she goes, you know, who knows what she said to him, bro. You know, maybe she said, you
What would you have done if it was you?
Chris Rock, if you got I got slapped,
If you were the one on Chris Rock's situation, right? That Will Smith
damn
comes
man.
up,
I don't know. I don't promote violence, but
right?
in front of millions at the Oscars, I probably would have done what Chris Rock did, or
Right.
maybe I would have said something like, "Hey, you know, reaction. You don't know what you're gonna react to, bro. You don't know how
Right.
you're gonna react. You know,
Right.
maybe
Right.
I would have said, "Hey, what is this about?" You know, I would have lost character. Like, "Hey, what is this about? You just hit me, bro." And then, you know, they will probably cut. Hey, cut. We'll come back in commercial. Would have I hit him back? Probably not, because we're in front of millions at the Oscars, bro. You don't know.
Right.
You hit him back, that escalates, man. You know, you have to de-escalate stuff. And the way Chris Rock did it, for anybody that says, "Oh, I would have hit Will Smith back," that you know, Chris is a bitch. Listen, man, he did it the professional way, and I
He
commend him for that.
he did it the professional way, and as you said, he went out like a man. He did what a
Yeah.
man should do. Right now, would have I waited for the show to finish and for him to celebrate? And no, I think personally, myself, I would have been whenever I go backstage, I would ask for whoever's in charge to remove him
Yeah.
from the main floor, the main stage, right? Because there has to be some sort of repercussion. Repercussion of telling Will Smith that in the next 10 years you cannot be in the awards. I mean, in the Oscars. To me, it's
Yeah,
nothing.
the Academy handled that very bad, like poorly,
Very,
man. It was
I think
very bad.
like the person in charge. I think it was Will Packer. You go on top of you go to on stage and say, guys, we're gonna take a few minutes. Security,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Pick up Will, let's
Yeah.
go talk to him outside or something like that to show that this is unacceptable. Because
Right.
you had Kanye West, you had so many different people do things where they go on stage and disrespect the artist that's receiving an award, that's presenting an award. And it's like, no, until you put a stop to it and show that you're putting a stop to it, people are gonna keep doing that.
Exactly.
That's me personally. I just think there needs to be some sort of repercussion, not just you can't come in for the next 10 years.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
maybe to the Oscars' defense, maybe they just didn't know how to act because it was the first, right? It was the first
Yeah.
time they put their hands on somebody. So I don't know. I recently went to a stand up with Kevin Hart. I was backstage. I wrote some of his jokes for him. You
Yeah.
know,
I
but
remember
that's
that.
yeah. But if you should know who you're gonna go see, right? So like Bill Burr, we're big fans of Bill Burr, right? But he does a lot of things that could be like if you're a certain thing and if you're a certain way and he makes a joke about your community or something, you know, you could get offended. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right. Well, first of all, you're not gonna find a perfect comedian where you like everything they say. Well, some people like Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart doesn't say anything controversial, but
no,
most comedians have always been they're always gonna touch on something controversial. Like my favorite comedians, like George Carlin. You know,
right,
George Carlin, Eric, had a bit in every stand-up and every special. He always had a bit against the Catholic Church. You
right,
know, we're Catholics. That
right.
would make me feel a certain way. So what would I do?
You
I
just,
would forward it.
right,
I would just forward the part he's talking
right,
about the church. You know,
right.
did I go, oh,
If
F,
you were a
F?
Gary person, you wouldn't have gone up on stage to slap him. You would have just ignored that joke. You
I
understand? Like,
love the guy. I just
right,
ignored the bit because I understand that he used to say he's an atheist and I understand where he's coming from.
right,
I'm not gonna hate him for that. And plus, if you don't like what somebody's saying on stage, just don't go watch them.
right,
There are plenty of comedians I just don't like their topics, and I just don't watch them.
right, right.
You know,
You're completely right. Just don't go at all. Just don't go at
yeah.
all.
You know
Right,
this thing about you're censoring people, you're canceling people, you're trying to cancel people.
right.
People have the right to talk. They have the right to say, as long as they're not putting anybody in danger. You know, they have the right to do whatever they please. Especially comedians. Comedians, their job is to push the limit, push the envelope. And I
Right.
guess if more people knew how to laugh, the world would be a better place. You know, being too serious all the time is not it.
That's it. Drop the mic. That's it.
That's
Done.
it. But dude, we're out of time, bro. But next time we got to talk about. Did you hear, bro? BTS.
I heard about BTS. I also got to talk about my size. I added three
Eh,
to 4 inches
Yeah,
deep.
yeah, but
That's
that's
we
for
can talk about that so you know exactly how I did it. A lot of the men they want to know how to make this become this. So
man, that's a big lie, bro. I've been trying to pull that thing, it doesn't work.
there's a couple of things you could do. Have you done the kettle? I think
Kettle,
that's for women. The idea, well, I mean, I guess we'll keep it for the next
that's
video.
for the next video.
But can you make it longer? The question is the answer is yes, 100%.
Hey, man, I've been trying to remove some inches. But anyway, so Eric, what the hell are you talking, dude? What the hell was that? Did you fall?
No. I just pretended to fall.
Ah, okay, okay. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave us some
All right,
comments, subscribe, share, thumbs up.
we love you guys. We're happy to be back, and
Oh
we'll see you guys
man.
again.
Oh yeah.
Peace.
Peace.